Yeah, we see why you dropped out of your business management courses because you're making a lot of dumb business decisions. It's ridiculous.
I swear this guy's just ridiculous. Like, really.
So after all that, they do decide to move the money out of there and put it in the bank or a safety deposit box, and that's pretty much what they're doing right here.
And Adam talked about being followed before. You know what I'm saying? He talked about a little bit. He felt like he was being followed. So in this situation, right, you didn't think that you were being followed right here to the bank? It's like, oh, man.
Of course he was, because look who's there at the bank for the second time that they've gone. That's right, that realtor, or whatever you want to call him.
Man, I tell you.
So then after that, they end up having sex with some weird Ebony Irie music or whatever. I mean, there's no real point to me explaining that, but just saying that's what happened. So the next day, they get called in from the police or whatever, and they're sitting there, they're thinking to themselves, are they getting questioned or something?
Which they pretty much are. But once again, if they were that suspecting of foul play, why didn't they check the house? Makes no sense. So before Leonard died, he asked Katie to make sure he was cremated or whatever. So they had the cremating ceremony, and then this lady pops up.
Who supposedly just happened to be his former lawyer, and then she gives them some information once they get back to the house.
Well, she wasn't his lawyer, she was his attorney. My fault.
So she basically sits down and gives them a will. The will is in Katie's name. Really? Really?
So Leonard might be a nice guy, you know, he doesn't have any family left or whatever. But you mean to tell me only after working 4 months with him, he decides to sign over his will to you? Okay, right.
So in this scene, Adam gives a lot of stupid statements and how to regard the money.
So Katie's trying to be careful with the money. He's all talking about we can spend money in this, doing certain things, all this other stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like I said at the beginning, somebody broke in the house. One thing you should spend your money on is a goddamn security system. I mean, if you're gonna be living there, it's like I can't get over how dumb they made this character Adam. Like you start him off with books talking about business management, sociology degrees, and things of that nature. I mean, he ends up dropping out of school, but still, like he started off promising, and then he's like I said once again.
For a guy who was studying business management, you're sure making a lot of dumb business decisions with your wife.
It's like, how does she know more about your field and she's doing two jobs, cooking and caretaking? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your field. You're supposed to be in business. It's like, what? Yeah.
So anyway, within that time, he gets a call from the station, or so he thought it was a call from the station. They said they never called him. Yeah.
So who called Adam's phone?
So Katie's chilling in the house, tidying up things, and who does she see in her backyard? This guy again, still talking about making an offer for the house.
He's obviously an unwanted guest because she told him the first time not making an offer. So he goes there and he's basically in the backyard. But once again, he wouldn't have been able to get back there if you had a goddamn security system.
Even if your husband wasn't thinking, you have the money too. You still could have got a security system.
She's cool, but the dumbness from her husband was wearing off on her in a couple of scenes too. So yeah.
So as I said before, he had spent money on a watch. It looked kind of expensive. He tried to say he bought it from a guy downtown. It looks like kind of an expensive watch, right?
Spending money on watches doesn't make any sense. Like you could tell the time on your phone. And once again, what you really should be spending your money on is buying a security system. Both of them are still living in the same house and they got broken into a while ago. Ding, 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 ding. Like, come on. You know, I'm going to try to wrap this up because this movie's getting on my nerves, honestly.
She basically comes back to the house. She finds a secret room. There's a dead body and a bunch of diamonds. And clearly the dead body was the gardener.
The dead body was the gardener that disappeared like 2 years ago from Leonard's story. So that happened.
The husband talking him into different plans, trying to find a place to hide the diamond. The caretaker comes there thinking that she had something to do with the murder or the guy dying.
Some random other bullshit happens.
This guy not a realtor at all. He's actually looking for the diamonds. The husband's here trying to save the day. They both end up dying. The attorney shows up after all this shit. Come to find out, she made up the will. The will's not even real like that, but it's legit in their eyes. She's trying to get the diamonds. She's about to shoot Katie.
Some other plot points I missed, but it doesn't really matter.
The female cop lead shows up. The attorney gets fucked.
4 months later, she's out there in the garden, chilling.
Planting stuff, taking care of the garden and all that. The female lead cop shows up to see how she's doing and all that. Adam died, but he left a bun in the oven for her, so she's pregnant.
Adam had hit the diamonds before he died, so nobody knows what the diamonds were, or she was saying that she didn't know, or so we thought.
All of a sudden, you see this patch of dirt where this tree is growing. All of a sudden, some water hits it, and all of a sudden, the diamonds are showing up.
If it was so easy for water to do that, why didn't she dig it deeper? But what the fuck? Or he dig it deeper? It's just dumb.
And that's pretty much how this movie ends, honestly.
And that's pretty much what it is. Dangerously lies. Dangerous lies. And they pretty much lied to me, and the danger was killing my brain cells trying to figure out what was going on in the situation. Now, Adam went out like a hero, but let's not get it twisted. Adam did a lot of dumb shit leading up to this point. So, said a lot of dumb things. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, if you want to see it for yourself, have fun. Dangerous Lies is on Netflix. But spoiler alert, I already did the spoiler for you, so there you go. But man, it had a decent direction going into the movie, but unfortunately that direction was hit with like speed bumps, forks, dead cats, and deers on the road. You know what I'm saying? It was just all over the place. A lot of stupid decisions were taking place while they were trying to have this vision of what they were trying to accomplish. So basically, it's a train wreck. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, if you want something that's gonna fuck with your brain cells, then this is the movie for you. Dangerous Lies. There you go.
And I'm gonna take out this Scully because I feel like being smart. Friggin' ridiculous. It's hot in here anyway.